Before we really dive into this one, and no, this is not an ad, I just wanted to take a quick second to talk about something. In the day and age that we're living in with technology in 2024, information is at our fingertips. Literally, we can find anything on the internet about pretty much anything that's happened in history. The downside of that is that there is a lot of false information on the internet, or often misleading information. And a lot of people see that stuff and just take it at face value without questioning it at all. And I'm no better than anybody else. I have definitely fallen for stuff online many, many times, which is why now I'm a lot more skeptical about things I see online than I used to be. This false information can get taken by people and then repeated, and then it spreads like wildfire completely. So this video today, we are going to be talking about the Sleep Token situation where they got doxed and their birth certificates were revealed to people on the internet. But I just wanted to provide a skeptical approach of this because there is a lot of this story that doesn't make sense to me. So all I ask is that you go into this with an open mind. I know there's a lot of fans out there. I myself am a Sleep Token fan, and I find it horrible that something like this would happen if it did. But again, the following video was recorded live on Twitch. I was purposely taking a very skeptical approach, so let's dive in. So after having an incredible 2023, actually one of the most listened to albums of the entire year in the metal and rock world, actually I think it was the most listened to album, Sleep Token is back in the headlines today, and it's not anything to do with their actual music. In fact, it's kind of a crazy story. If it's true, Sleep Token has completely deleted all of the pictures on their Instagram and their social media. And people are speculating that is because over the weekend, the birth certificates and home address of at least one of their band members were leaked online. Now, normally when we talk about news on this channel, I'll pull up a news outlet from the metal world and we'll read through stuff. But I've already done enough digging on this backstory that I don't really need to read an article. I can just tell you guys exactly what happened. The full story that we're going to cover right now. Sleep Token. We all know they've made a big announcement recently that they have like a new image. They've got new masks and stuff going into their new cycle for probably new music and stuff like that. And they recently wiped their entire Instagram. They changed the bio to nothing lasts forever. And this is not something that would strike me as weird at all. Bands do this all the time, especially nowadays social media age. Whenever a band is about to make an album announcement or a tour announcement or something, what's the easiest way to get attention? Wipe your social media, and every media outlet in the music world is going to talk about it. Again, like people are saying in chat, Paramore just recently did it. Ronnie does it, probably just as common as going to the grocery store. And every music outlet covers it. It's just, this happens. This is marketing. This is not an unnormal thing by any stretch of the imagination. But some Sleep Token fans are literally in panic mode. It's crazy. I actually went on their Reddit just to be like, okay, I wonder if there are any other fans that just see this as the marketing thing that it is, or if people really think this is the end of the band. So here we are on our Sleep Token, and a post from 6 hours ago that's already been locked by moderators says Sleep Token deleted all posts from IG. In bio, they have nothing lasts forever. First thing on there, a moderator says locking this thread up since people want to keep bringing up a certain situation and drawing attention to bad actors within our community. That certain situation is what we alluded to earlier, where apparently some crazed fan leaked the birth certificate and home address of their bass player, who has then gone on to delete all of his social media. So that is the basis of the story that I have heard so far. And that is the basis of the story that Loudwire, Metal Injection, Louder Sound, all these outlets are reporting on. And this is what everybody on Reddit's talking about. First comment where somebody says, the press release for Take Me Back to Eden mentioned that the album is the end of a trilogy. So yeah, if you're up with the story of Sleep Token's music, nothing lasts forever because it's the end of a story. That album was literally the end of a story. There's some people that say marketing. So it seems like a lot of people on Reddit, at least, kind of get what's going on. Somebody on here just said, I'm pretty sure nothing lasts forever has been spoken about before, so we can chill. Yeah, they used it for sundowning 4 years ago. But there are people that keep saying only time will tell. Who knows, guys? I don't know. They might be done. They're not fucking done. They're at the height of their career. They had the most streamed metal album of 2023. And I know there's some of you out there that feel the sudden urge while you're watching this video to scream, they're not metal. Who cares? Let's go. Twitter, Sleep Token. See what happens there. Somebody says, I do not have a good feeling about this. Sure, they could be teasing a deluxe/tour, but after the situation, this does not feel like a good thing. I'm probably reaching here, but Sleep Token are one of my favorite bands, and I don't want to see them go out like this. Sure, bands often do this, tease, but on the other hand, regarding what happened recently and what they've finished the trilogy, this doesn't bode well. Somebody says, I swear on my entire existence, if the chuckle fucks who leaked Sleep Token's personal info cause them to quit, I will lose my fucking mind. So you can do a deep dive onto all this stuff and you can see that while there are people that are like, dude, this is marketing, like for sure. Other people are genuinely convinced like this is the end of the band. This person leaking all of this information just ruined it for everybody. And I will say right now, before we really go into this, doxing somebody online, leaking their personal information, not only crosses a huge boundary, but is illegal. Super fucked up thing to do. Super fucked up. If it happened. I spent a good bit of time this morning kind of diving on the internet and reading about what actually happened. Everybody's talking about it. The Sleep Token fans on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, everybody's talking about this picture of a birth certificate that was posted that has a home address on it, and that's really it. Other outlets of people that have taken this way overboard have said, I've seen some TikToks where people are talking about how the entire band's identities have been revealed through their birth certificates and addresses and stuff. No, the main story I'm seeing is that their bass player's birth certificate was posted. And I was told that this happened over the weekend. While we're filming right now on Tuesday, the weekend was a few days ago, and reports about this leak are happening today on Tuesday. This is kind of me just trying to be funny, but me also asking a genuine question. Do you guys fucking really think that if that happened to a band like Sleep Token, who's one of the biggest bands in the metal scene right now, that it would take 3 days for people to talk about that? No fucking chance. If something like that happened, that would have been posted on every music news outlet immediately over the weekend. Immediately. There's no way people would wait for 3 or 4 days to talk about this. I have actually sat here for hours before we did this, searching everywhere. I cannot find it. It's the internet, dude. Everything exists on the internet, right? If this happened, there would be a screenshot of it somewhere. There had to have been. I haven't seen one. The only thing that I've seen from people on one of Reddit's, Sleep Token's Reddits, is that this all happened on Telegram. Apparently, the birth certificate was shared on Telegram, on a Sleep Token Telegram group, but then that Telegram was promptly deleted after that. Dude, that's, if this happened, I'm just saying, if this happened, there would be a screenshot of that everywhere. And maybe even if somebody blacked out like the birth certificate, the actual like doxing info, like the act occurring of somebody being like, yo, I found his birth certificate. It would be everywhere, dude. It would be everywhere. The other thing about it too is that let's say a birth certificate was for one of the band members was posted. How do you know? It doesn't say Vessel 3 on it. Like, you know what I mean? And as far as I know, Vessel 3 and 4 in the band, 3 and 4, the band members, are not really credited anywhere. It's Vessel and 2 that are credited on writing all of their songs and all of their albums and everything. So it's not like, what I'm saying is it's harder to find the names of Vessel 3 and 4 than it is Vessel 1 and 2. So there's not really a lot of information out there to really just back check everything. Alanuvian just said they're all called Vessel. Technically, yes. Technically, they're Vessel 1, 2, 3, and 4, but everybody calls Vessel 1 Vessel, and the rest of the band members 2, 3, and 4. So that's actually a point too, where it's like, they could have just been like, nope, that's not him. I mean, it'd be that easy. You know what I mean? As for the home address being posted, I haven't heard that as much as the birth certificate, but I have seen people say that his home address was given out. Now, the interesting thing here, too, is that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 3's Instagram account is gone. It is gone. I searched it. It says, sorry, this page isn't available, which it definitely was available recently because I was looking at it because I was looking at their gear and shit. I just, the more I think about this, honestly, the more I'm just like, I don't know if this really happened because, again, it's the internet, dude. You'd be able to find it. You'd be able to find it easily on the internet if that happened. Even just the conversation. I will say right now, because I'm going to clip this and put it on YouTube later, if I am wrong and somebody actually has proof that this happened, please send it to me. And I will gladly say, oh, I was wrong, here it is. Because up until right now, I've not seen actual proof of it. And all of the other news outlets that are reporting on it too have no proof of it either. No pictures, no nothing. They all say allegedly, reportedly. Nobody actually has info. I think this story is fabricated. Now, who it's fabricated by, that's another big question too, because I actually don't think Sleep Token made this up. I think their fans did, because, and I say fans, not trying to implicate their entire fan base. I think a fan or a few fans made this up and said that they saw it, and it just spread like wildfire. Because remember when I did the review to Take Me Back to Eden, and I said, I like it, but there's got to be something that I don't get. Like, I must not be getting something. Like, I hear there's a lot of lore with this band, and a lot of people were like, no, the fans made up the lore. Like, all of the lore and the crazy background with the stories and how hard people go into, like, most of the Sleep Token lore has been made up by fans, not the band. So I'm wondering if this started as like just a little rumor and just spread like wildfire. I really wonder if that happened, and Sleep Token has absolutely nothing to do with this. Now, Sleep Token is a very quiet, anonymous band, but Sleep Token has not addressed this at all. That's a big part of this story too. Sleep Token has not said anything about this, nor a representative for them, like management or label or anything like that at all. They wiped their Instagram. They put nothing lasts forever, and that was it. They didn't say it had something to do with doxing. They didn't say it had something to do with like being the end of the band. This is all speculation from fans and the people that are bringing it up. So right now, I firmly believe that this is marketing mixed with the fans spreading rumors, which is also leading to an even bigger marketing thing. I think that's what's happening right now, for real. And unfortunately, the internet has made people, I don't know what's happened, but people are so gullible that they just see one thing on the internet and they believe it. I want to see chat because I see a lot of people bringing stuff up, and I want to see if people know more than me. All Might Yawn says, I think it's marketing stunt for the new album. I don't know if it's going to be for a new album though, because Take Me Back to Eden came out midway through last year. That would be pretty quick to turn around a new album. I think maybe it's a bigger tour. They just recently changed their image too. So they may again just be like starting a new story of Sleep Token with like their whole trilogy that they did before. I would be surprised if it was a new album. Oh, and I saw somebody bring up some. Okay. The Flower Kitten says the stalker girl threatened to release a whole bunch of personal info. Whether it ever actually saw the light of day is unclear, but this girl has also released photos of them in the past. So I have read about this person that the Flower Kitten is referencing. Apparently there is this like super stalker girl that has been trying to find out all this personal information about them and stuff like that, and threatening to release personal information about them. And I just don't know, man, like, because like I said, it is not that hard to find out who's in this band. Like right now, if anybody's watching this, I'm not going to tell you, and I'm not going to show this on screen, but like, I'm going to time this right now without editing and tell you how fast I can find who, like, I'm not going to say who the band members are. I'll show you how fast I can find who's in this band. Stopwatch starting right now. Stop the stopwatch. 21 seconds, 22 seconds, 22 seconds. And I just found out everybody that worked on this album. It's not that hard. So if you want to know, you can find it. Now, I appreciate that the majority of Sleep Token fans respect the fact that the band members want to be anonymous, and they kind of just let it be the allure and the whole show that is Sleep Token. Like, I love that. Like, I love that the fans are down with it. That most of the diehard fans, like, they don't want to know who the names of the people in the band are. But me working in the music industry and stuff, like, I do know who they are. And the information I just found is correct, and I will never tell you anything, but it's not that hard to find that information if you know where to look. So it seems kind of crazy to me that there's a psycho stalker fan out there that is threatening to release information about the band when that information is easily, readily available to anybody that just searches for it. I don't know, man. A lot of this just seems crazy to me. WTF Charlotte says, you're missing the point. The Telegram app was real. It was a group chat. She had a ton of photos and deleted videos for previous profiles. I'll believe it when there's screenshots of it. That's all I'm saying. This is the internet. If that stuff happened, there would be screenshots of it. And the news outlets that are reporting on this would actually have more like solid evidence, like those screenshots and like those things that they could reference and cross-check, rather than just saying allegedly and reportedly. You don't think anyone wants to send the screenshots out to people because you're actual fans and not lunatics? If you're an actual fan, what are you doing on a group on Telegram that's leaking information about the band? Answer me that. Unless this person just randomly joined a Telegram group one day and just started dropping random information. I don't believe this story. I really don't. Now, I will say, doxing of any kind is serious. If this really happened, I think Sleep Token needs to get their lawyers involved, and there needs to be punishment for this person. But as of right now, I truly believe that this is fabricated, or at least blown out of proportion. The only thing that's kind of throwing me for a loop right now about this whole thing is that their bass player deleted their entire social media page. That's the only thing that's throwing me for a loop in this whole thing right now. Mrs. Darkness 95 just said 3 has done this before. Okay, I didn't know that. Hopfin said if it happened, deleting Instagram could give you a bit of mind and distance from the internet where the stuff happened. Dude, if you're getting doxed, that's your personal information, your address. Like that. You're not distancing yourself from that. That's the point I'm trying to make. You can delete all of your social media accounts, but that information about you is out there. What do you mean peace of mind? Peace of mind from what? Your home address is out there, whether you're on the internet or not. I don't understand where that peace of mind would be coming from deleting that. Charlotte is still in chat trying to say that the Telegram stuff like is a thing. I'll put it on screen so you can see what they said, but people who were a part of that argument on Telegram came out and said it, believe what you want, but it's true. Okay, I believe that maybe there was a Telegram group and maybe somebody was trying to find information, but I do not believe that these birth certificates and like stuff were posted and doxed. Again, dude, it's 2024. It's the internet. Somebody out there from some news outlet or a YouTuber or a TikToker that has no moral code at all would have gotten screenshots of that and posted it somewhere. So I feel like we've been talking about this for a really long time. And to be honest, this is again, one of those things that like, it has no effect on my life. If anything else, I want to just kind of like, I talk about this stuff because I want you guys to realize that not everything you see when stuff like this happens is true. Bands market the shit out of stuff. This is what happens in the music industry. There have been so many things over the years that have been proven to be fake because it made for good marketing for bands or celebrities or whatever like that. When it comes to the internet and the day and age we're in, don't believe it unless you see the proof of something. Seriously. Again, if I'm wrong about this, I will happily admit that I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think Sleep Token wiped their Instagram just for like a marketing thing like other bands do to eventually make an announcement. I think this rumor about doxing and birth certificates started by some of the fans, and then I think it took off like wildfire, and now I think everybody's running with it, and that's the story. I don't believe that this actually happened, but who knows? I keep seeing questions in chat like, where's my tinfoil hat? It's right here. It's kind of messed up right now because my daughter's been like playing with it around the house. But if you're new to this channel, sometimes we bust out the tinfoil hat when what I'm talking about sounds crazy, but I don't fucking need this thing today because I am very confident in saying that this is not a thing. I don't even think that the tinfoil hat is necessary for this. I think this is another one of those fan lore moment things that just snowballed out of control and now nobody can stop the giant fucking ball rolling down the hill. Let's wrap this up. It was just said in chat, I wonder what their next steps are going forward. Let's just assume they did get doxxed. Their bass player had to delete his Instagram. The band wiped their stuff for privacy, whatever. They're probably going to get their lawyers involved and find this person that did it and threaten them with legal action. That's the step. If this didn't happen, I would say at some point, Sleep Token's going to announce something big, and there you have it. That's it. Again, I'm not trying to disprove anything. I'm not trying to upset Sleep Token fans. If nothing else with this video, I'm just trying to make the point that bands do this kind of marketing stuff all the time by wiping their Instagrams, and that you shouldn't believe every single thing that you see on the internet without valid proof of it happening. Because again, I have spent a lot of time on the internet before we started the stream to do this video today, looking it up, and I have not found anything. And this is the internet in 2024. If it existed, it would be there. One more time, if it does come to light at some point, Sleep Token says this did happen, I will gladly apologize and say I was wrong. But anyways, this has been a pretty long video, and I know at some points it seemed like I was getting fired up. I wasn't getting fired up about the situation. I was getting fired up that some people are very gullible, and they should not be. That is what is infuriating to me. It's that we live in an age where we all know how social media works nowadays, and there are still people out there that are so gullible to just believe all this stuff. But anyways, I'm wrapping this up. I realize that this is probably going to get wild on YouTube and fans are going to come after me and stuff like that, but I really hope everybody just takes this and sits and thinks about it. To everybody that's live on the Twitch chat, thank you guys very much for being here. I appreciate you guys for hanging in and asking some questions and providing some information too. For those of you watching on YouTube later, if you do want to join us on Twitch for these talks, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I'm also on a ton of different social media. @TankTheTech is my handle on just about everything, and I don't plan on wiping it clear anytime soon. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will see you very soon.